Hello everybody from sunny Cambodia, and my god, it's sunny today. It's about 8:30 in the morning and it's over 30 degrees and I'm already melting. But anyway, I don't like to moan because back in the UK I should imagine it's getting a bit chilly now. Anyway, as I approach 60 years old, I look back at I'm old enough to remember that back in the 70s when our parents started taking us to good old Spain, and then as we got older and we left school, we started to go on holiday with our friends. We'd go to work, we'd save our money, we'd go on holiday. So we might have a couple of weeks in Magaluf, which was always a popular one. And then as we got older, it turned into Ibiza, or Rhodes, or Crete, or Corfu, and Ayia Napa, and various other places. Anyway, after a while, I got married, and travelling went on the back burner for a while. But I've made up for lost time since then. But anyway, back in the day, we were always very welcomed because we brought money to foreign economies and that. But you know what us Brits are like. We turn up with our England shirts on, singing "Here we go, here we go, here we go," getting drunk, shaking up alleyways, throwing up pizzas on the sidewalk, and it didn't take very long really before we got a bad reputation. You know, we like to scrap, we like to argue. We're not the best travellers in the world, and over a period of time, we've got a bit of a bad reputation in some countries, but not all countries. And today I want to talk about the 5 most welcoming countries that I've ever visited. Now, first of all, I would like to say that this is just my opinion, right? You all have your own opinions, and to be honest with you, I'd be interested to hear them. So maybe give me your opinions in the comments below and let me know the most welcoming country that you ever visited. Now, number 5 for me is the good old US of A. Now, we all know they're very loud, very noisy. They love a yee-haw and a high five, and they like to drink shots, and they can be rather rowdy, a bit like us. And I like them. I arrived in the USA in 1990, so it was a long time ago. It's like 35 years ago, something like that. And I had a wonderful time. As we got off the plane, the people were very friendly. Everywhere we went, every diner we went to, every excursion we went on, every hotel that we stayed in, the people were friendly. I used to go, we spent some time in LA, it was me and my ex-wife. And I remember going to a burger bar one day, and a load of black guys come in, and this was back in the time of the Bloods and the Crips, and you know, the bad reputation and the Hollywood movies, and it was all a bit scary. They were fine, mate, honestly. I was very pleasantly surprised that just these guys were okay. The scary ones, the scary people were the actually, I'm not trying to be racist, because I've known people from all sorts of nationalities, and I'm not a person who hates, but the scary ones were the Mexicans. You know, the ones they'd turn up and they'd have scars on their faces or tattoos, and they were a bit intimidating. But you know, I met some really nice Mexicans as well. You know, being a man who lives in Cambodia now, I've met people from all over the world. I've travelled a lot in the last few years, and I've met people from bloody everywhere. So yeah, number 5 for me is the good old US of A. As a side note, I believe it was America that introduced obsequious customer service to the UK, if not the whole world. For example, when I was growing up in the 70s and we used to go in the shop, the customer service would basically be, "What do you want? There you go, fuck off." In the early 80s, late 70s, early 80s maybe, I can't remember exactly, when McDonald's started taking over the world, started taking over the UK anyway, we'd go in there and it'd be, "Oh hello, what can I get you, have a nice day," and all that shit, which didn't really translate back in them days. We were much more blunt, and to suddenly start going into a shop and hearing things like, "Hello, my name is Sydney, have a nice day," it didn't really translate too well. Nowadays we got used to it, but it did take a while. Number 4, in my opinion, is lovely Portugal. I've been there a couple of times now, and the last time I went there, I had my 50th birthday there. I went there with, I think there was about 8 of us pals, and it was wonderful. I also went there the year before that as well, so I've been there twice. And the people are so friendly. The bars are full of, the Portuguese people will drink with the holiday makers, and they like to party. They're very, very friendly. The women are very beautiful, and it's just a great atmosphere and a wonderful place. There is a police presence. but I suppose when I was getting older, we went to a place called Albufeira, and there was two parts. You had the strip, which was full of the drunk English here we go merchants that we spoke about earlier on, of which I probably used to be one, maybe 40 years ago. And then you had the old town, which was a bit more sophisticated. It was still a lot of fun. You know, people were still getting drunk, and it had rock bars and live music and cocktails and shorts and shots and everything else going on there. And there were still a lot of Portuguese people mixing with the foreigners, but they were just really, really lovely people. The people in the hotel, everywhere we went, very, very decent people. I've got a lot of time for the Portuguese. So yeah, number 4, Portugal. Number 3 is Thailand. What a place! What a place! I first started going there not that long ago, really, in real terms, maybe about 10 years ago. I think 2016 was the first time I went to Thailand, so 9 years ago. And it's a wonderful place. I've been there several times since. I've lost count, to be honest with you. And I go there every year now because I live in Cambodia. And the people are just so friendly. The food is so good. The service is so good. The people want to party with you. The people will help you. You know, because it's a Buddhist country as well, right? You can walk around drunk in the middle of the night, right? You're not going to get mugged or stabbed. And if you do, it's not going to be by Thai people. It'll be by someone like me, who's lost their marbles. The Thai people are friendly. They're very, very friendly, and they can't do enough to help you. I think as time's gone on, and I mean, years ago, Thailand used to attract the backpackers and, you know, a different kind of clientele. But nowadays, it's become more accessible, and word's got out there, and everybody goes there. And we're starting to get a bad rep. I've been to Thailand a few times recently, and I've seen people treating the Thai people very badly, like they're stupid or they're second-class citizens or they're doormats. And that's just that's not just English people. I've seen Australians do that. I've seen different nationalities do that. Very, very bad. That's just going to give us a bad reputation and spoil it for people like us who go over there and we respect them. I love them. When I go to Thailand, I don't want to hang about with the honkies. I want to hang about with the Thais. They're so much fun. You know, you can't help, they include you in everything. You get in there and they'll feed you, and you dance with them, and they're just a wonderful bunch of people, and I love them very much. I've had Christmas in Thailand. They don't even celebrate Christmas. Get a few beers in and they'll celebrate bloody anything, and you'll have the time of your life with them. Thailand, number 3, without a doubt. You know, it could possibly be higher than that, but I thought about it. On this occasion, I'm going with Thailand, number 3. Number 2. Now, number 2 was a tricky one. Number 2 is the Philippines. Now, the reason it was a tricky one is because the most wonderful airport that I've ever flown into in my life is in the Philippines, and the most horrible, reprehensible, scammy airport that I've ever flown into was also in the Philippines. But today, because we're talking about the most welcoming places, I want to talk about Cebu. Cebu was wonderful. I went there 3 years ago, and I flew in with a load of Filipinos. Even the flight was wonderful. Where there's Filipinos, life is good. And I flew in over 3 years ago with a load of Filipinos, and the flight was fun. I got off and I managed to get a taxi, and the taxi driver wasn't really worried about the money particularly. Took me to get a SIM card, helped me, was very kind, spoke good English, just very, very welcoming. Everybody was smiling. The people at customs were smiling. They were just happy to have tourism again. Maybe that's worn off now, but I'm only talking about my experiences anyway. And the whole experience in Cebu, everywhere you go, the people want to talk to you. They're just very, very friendly and very, very kind and complimentary. And it truly is a wonderful place. I'm talking specifically this time though about Cebu, Bohol, Siquijor, Dumaguete, and a few islands like that. But anyway, yeah, so that's number 2. Number 1, yep, you guessed it, is Cambodia. It's the most wonderful, most friendly, most inviting, welcoming country that I've ever been to in my life. The people are just so kind. You know, you get a bad reputation sometimes when people call it Scambodia, but that's totally unwarranted. I've had a few problems since I've been here, but most of them have been my fault, to be honest with you. I've also been met with so much kindness, so much warmth and love by people. Genuinely genuinely make friends here, and then keep trying to integrate here. Like, hang around with the Khmer people. Don't just try and find a load of whiteys to knock about with. Try and make friends with the local people, and you'll get it back with interest. It's a truly wonderful place. I've been here for 2 years now, and it's not been without its problems, but I love it here. And even if I did go home again, it'd only be to save up some more money so I can come back out here again. Yeah, this is my most welcoming country that I've ever seen. So thanks for watching, and very soon I'm going to make a video about the 5 most unwelcoming countries that I've ever visited. Anyway, please leave your comments below, give us a subscribe and a like if you don't mind, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheery bye.